Hello there. I know I haven't been on in a while. I've been very busy lately. Um, in this video, I'm just going to discuss passive and active languages. I know a lot of polyglots in here have probably talked about this, but I'm just going to go over it for those who don't know. Okay. Passive and active language. This is basically, you pay attention to one versus the other. Like, like an easy way for me to remember it's very simple. You know, an active language is something you intensively, of course, because you use that language a lot as far as speaking, reading, writing, and all that other stuff. Um, Passive is basically not intensive. That's the way that I remember it. It's a very simple way of remembering it. Um, this means that you're still studying the language, but not as much as your active language. You might be learning phrases here and there, and maybe picking up vocabulary. But as far as getting out there and speaking and stuff like that, it's not that much. So, now, with passive and active language learning, it can be switched around a lot. Like, you know, your passive language might become your active language eventually, and eventually your active language might become your passive language. Like, for instance, if I wait 1 minute. Like, for instance, if I am learning Spanish actively and Greek passively, that might not always be like that. I might want to do Spanish passively and Greek actively eventually. But, maybe I've done enough of Spanish actively and I decide to just learn just a little bit more on the side and say that I've been doing Greek, but, I found a lot of people who speak it, and I would increase my activity. So I would learn that actively. So even though you have one language that is active and one that is passive, they can easily be switched from time to time depending on your situations and stuff like that. And plus, I know some language learners, they actually have a list of active languages and a list of passive languages. Like, I think it's Moses McCormick. I know that he, every December or January, I think he divides up the year and puts out new languages that he wants to learn. I think that's what he does. If you want to do that, that's fine. Like, even if you want to do, say, 2 active and 1 passive, or 1 active and 2 passive, that's okay. Like, if you want to do if you want to do Spanish and Greek intensively and Albanian and Gaelic, not intensively, you can do that too. You can do multiple languages depending on whether you want to active or passive. So it doesn't have to be just 2 languages. You can set up, if you really want to, set up a list of languages that you want to learn and say, okay, I'm going to study these actively and these passively, and go for it. I wouldn't learn, 4 languages at once, but if you want to, sure. I was just showing an example. So anyway, that's basically my video on active and passive languages. Just to recap, active means you're going to use it a lot once you learn it. Passive means you're still learning it, but you're not going to use it as much as the active one.